Hello my friends, and welcome back to another What's New in Skincare for the month of November. This is going to be a strange version of this series today. I feel like we don't have quite as many individual products to talk about. Instead, we kind of have new brands to talk about. We have new brands at Sephora, celebrity skincare brands, makeup brands, branching off into their own skincare. It's gonna be all over the place. I actually have a feeling that my mood may also be all over the place. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I have this real tendency to be capable of being very excited. You know, when I find something that is a hidden gem, a great price, oh my goodness, it is very hard for me to hold back my ecstatic wonder. On the other hand, when I see marketing jargon and high prices and just general nonsense, I am capable of being very sassy, a very sassy lady. And you guys just might see both sides of that in this video to give you a little bit of a spoiler of what we're in for today. So here's the format we're going to follow for today's video, and of course all timestamps and links to products are in the description box below, but of course we're going to go from lowest to highest price. So we're going to start with Drugstore, move into K-Beauty, because I feel like that falls right there between Drugstore and Sephora. Then of course Sephora, some holiday sets, and then we'll close out with those celebrity and makeup brands. So let's start off with Drugstore. So the brand Neutrogena, or Neutrogena for those of you who remember the Vine days, they came out with this new stubborn acne line, and basically what they're doing is they have both an AM and a PM treatment targeting acne. The AM treatment uses benzoyl peroxide and the PM treatment uses retinol. That certainly can be a powerful combination for acne. In fact, there are medications that focus on those ingredients. I forget the name of the one right now. It starts with an E, but yeah, there's certainly ways to use those two ingredients together. So I thought it was pretty nice to see Neutrogena come out with this at the drugstore. Now, I have plenty of retinol in my life, so I did not buy the PM treatment. In fact, you might be surprised that I bought the AM treatment because I've said so many times on this channel that I don't like benzoyl peroxide. However, you may also know just how near and dear those benzoyl peroxide cleansers have become to me. I absolutely love them, even though I've traditionally hated topical benzoyl peroxide. And you know, the other thing that really pushed me over the edge to purchase this, to try again an ingredient that hasn't worked out for me in the past, is that I've seen a lot of people talk about something that is called short contact therapy, and apparently a lot of people do it specifically with benzoyl peroxide. And what this is you apply the product, the leave-on product in this case, but you only leave it on for 10-15 minutes and then you wash it off. It's kind of funny, you know, this short contact therapy, I feel like we used to call that masking. But I figured I can't go wrong because it's only 2.5% benzoyl peroxide. I figured if I don't like leaving it on my skin, I'll do this short contact therapy. So I've been trying this out, and let me tell you, I can't do it. This is going to be really important for later in this video, by the way. I can't do it. This benzoyl peroxide is so dry and it just sucks the life right out of me, just like the Sanderson sisters. And you know, the thing with benzoyl peroxide is that it's a very common ingredient at the drugstore, and it's been there for as long as I've been alive. You know, this was giving me flashbacks to years and years ago of trying to deal with my acne and just how awful benzoyl peroxide was for me personally as somebody who has both dry skin and acne. So, you know, I have to say, it's amazing how personal skincare is. You know, even though I love benzoyl peroxide in my cleansers, I can't even do 2.5% for 10 minutes on my skin, not without pain, not without serious pain. If you have oily skin, you might be sitting there saying, dry skin feels painful. Yes, it absolutely can. It can feel extraordinarily painful. So anyway, I really can't do it. But maybe worth noting, you know, as this is a drugstore product, this is where we're not getting into those additional ingredients that a higher end company might potentially use to kind of calm down the skin, those soothing ingredients to lessen the harshness of benzoyl peroxide. So yeah, this one is absolutely not. It's absolutely not for me. Oh my goodness, even though, you know, objectively speaking, there's nothing wrong with the product. It's just that I cannot use that ingredient in a leave-on product. I'll go ahead and make sure I also mention the Stubborn Marks PM treatment. So this is the retinol product, and I'm going to make sure I put up on the screen for you guys the prices on the Neutrogena website instead of the CVS website, because I paid more kind of for mine, but also kind of not anyway. So they're saying this has a stabilized form of vitamin A. It also has, actually that's really kind of it. It's a very simple formula overall. It is fragrance free, and you know, I'm sure it works for some people, but I really get the feeling that this line is probably much more for people with oily skin. Oh, but very much on the flip side of the coin, if you guys saw my most recent trial, I talked about how I've fallen in love in particular with a specific brand from Korean skincare, and I did go back and buy more from that brand. That brand is Beauty of Joseon, which I think I'm saying correctly now. Thank you to those of you who do correct me. I probably have a bit of a tendency to put a southern United States accent on Korean words, so please feel free to correct me. But anyway, the two products that I bought were the Ginseng Essence Water and the Bubble Toner, Green Plum and AHA, and I think I love them both so much, oh my goodness. And when I was on the Beauty of Joseon website, it really started to click for me why it is that I've been falling in love with this particular brand. They were talking about how they have a clean, hanbang approach to skincare products, which is something that I remember from a brand that I love but can't afford, a brand named Suwasu. These products are $18 each, and they are incredible. And look at this. What does it even look like? Does it look like a dupe of the Amore Pacific essence to you? That's an appearance. I don't know if I should even have brought that up because it is a different product, but yeah, it is 80% ginseng. So this essence is made with 2% niacinamide, 0.04% adenosine, and ginseng complex. And what you're going to get from ginseng is a very powerful source of antioxidants. The product itself is definitely more of a watery essence, one that I would say you could use either as a toner or as a second toner. It is completely fragrance free. I think the packaging is also really pretty, although personally, rather than this hard plastic, I do wish it was in glass, just as that would be, you know, better to recycle. But overall, are you kidding me? For $18, this is incredible. And the bubble toner, oh my goodness, this is so nice for dry and kind of more sensitive skin like myself. This is a 3% AHA product, which is actually a level of AHA that I can use more frequently. I have to be careful when we start getting higher than that, but this one is beautiful. That is not the best part. Just you wait. You want to know what it means by bubble toner? Of course you do. Are you ready? It literally bubbles, and then it disappears into your skin. Oh my goodness, it's so interesting. Do you have any idea how enjoyable that is? Do you have any idea how fun a bubble toner that doesn't break the bank at only $18? Do you know how fun it is? Also has antioxidants, also has honey extract in here, so that would make it not a vegan product, but personally, I absolutely love honey in my products. I just feel like this is such a perfect toner for dry skin, and especially for people who just want to have a little bit more fun with your skincare. What a fun additional effect in your skincare product. I am so sold on this brand. I just absolutely have loved every single product that I've tried so far, and I was just looking at the website. I bought those 2 weeks ago, and they now have a new product up. They have the sunscreen with rice and probiotics for $16. It looks like you can purchase this one, but they don't yet have any information on the ingredients, which is something that is very important to me with sunscreen, as I do have allergies to certain filters out there, but I will be keeping an eye on that, because if it's something that can work out for me, $16 for a nice sunscreen, we will certainly try it. Next up is a completely new Korean skincare brand, and this one has quite a different approach. You know, in a recent video, I guess the Japanese skincare video, we were talking about how J-Beauty differs from K-Beauty. This kind of seems to be a bit of an exception here because the entire focus with this brand is simplifying your skincare routine. The name of this brand is Enough Project. They are under Amore Pacific, and also this is a vegan skincare brand from Korea, which can be a little bit more difficult to find, vegan and cruelty-free. And the whole idea behind this name, Enough Project, is that enough is enough. You don't necessarily need a ton of products, you just need effective products. And let me read to you what they state the brand is. So it promotes a simple design that does not tie to any gender or age and promotes practicality in that sense. And that's actually a big part of this brand. They do want to focus on it being gender neutral for all ages. They have 7 products in the line. They were kind enough to send me over 2 of them, the all-in-one essence as well as the moisture cream. This right here, this all-in-one essence, actually does feel a lot thicker than most essences. It's almost as if it's an essence and a serum in one, kind of coming for Rihanna's ideas there, right? One kind of catch with this brand at this point is that most of the information you're gonna find is in Korean, so hopefully my Google Translate gets this correct. But anyway, as far as the ingredients, the essence contains complex peptide ingredients as well as hyaluronic acid, and it looks like they do have multiple forms of hyaluronic acid in this, as well as beta-glucan. And it looks like they're saying that this is for people with dry skin, those who feel that skin elasticity is poor and skin tone is not uniform. And I would agree with that because this is surprisingly hydrating. One catch that I should have already mentioned, this brand is not fragrance free, although that goes along with their enough idea here, is that it's just enough fragrance. The moisturizer, which also feels to me like it's a little more for dry skin, although again, both of these are more lightweight. They're not heavy feeling, they're just extremely hydrating feeling. This one contains bakuchiol as well as hyaluronic acid. You know what I would say these products do? If you are familiar with Peach and Lily's products and the way they really give you that glass skin appearance, that's what I feel these products do, except you genuinely get it from even just one of these products. And it's surprising, again, that a product that can feel like it's not there can make your skin look so glowy. So if you're into that glowy look and you want a simple routine, you don't want to have to buy a ton of products to accomplish that, I do think you would enjoy this. Again, the one drawback is that these are fragranced products. Let's talk about new skincare at Sephora next, and I just have to start by sharing a new brand with you guys. This brand absolutely had my interest from the start, and now I have some complicated thoughts. So let's discuss this together. This brand is called Dr. Zenovia Skincare, and her whole approach to skincare is that she creates products targeting, are you ready for it? Hormonal acne specifically. Well, I happen to know someone rather personally who deals with that. Tell me more. When I found that out, when I looked at the products that she carries, which includes a 10% benzoyl peroxide cleanser, I was over here going, oh my gosh, I absolutely have to try this brand. However, I thought about it a little bit more. See, hormonal acne is such a tricky conversation. Acne is such a tricky conversation because it's not necessarily something that just results from what you're doing to your skin or what you're not doing to your skin. Acne can come from so many different causes, and hormones do happen to be one of them. You know what happened? It's almost like I experienced feeling like, oh my gosh, maybe I could buy these products and then I'll never have another pimple again in my life, which we all know. All of us that deal with acne know. We all have that kind of wishful thinking. Every time there's a new acne product, do we not want to go out and try it because we want to get rid of our acne? But again, you know, I just don't see how topical products are going to address something that is systemic, and that's the reason why the best thing to do if you have hormonal acne is not to go to Sephora, but instead to go to your doctor. And it's always been the case. So in my personal opinion, I would say that's great that she wants to help people out with hormonal acne. I will give her the benefit of the doubt here. That is wonderful. Thank you for thinking of us. But at the same time, know that, again, hormonal acne isn't something that you can treat topically. You can treat the acne. You can't treat the hormonal imbalances topically. But let's go ahead and see what she has here. Let's talk about some of her products. A lot of these products that I'm seeing here do focus on benzoyl peroxide. And like I said at the beginning of this video when we were talking about Neutrogena, it is fascinating to see benzoyl peroxide now making its way into Sephora because drugstore brands have been using benzoyl peroxide for ages. So now we've got a 5% benzoyl peroxide acne spot treatment, and if you're tired of paying $10 for it, you can now pay $25. But in all fairness, there really is a difference going on here. It does say, it's very high in aloe, it has bakuchiol in it, it has green tea, it has cucumbers. So we've got a lot of soothing and antioxidant-rich ingredients in here. So I don't want to just dismiss the brand, even though you heard my rant earlier. Yeah, it's possible that this $25 benzoyl peroxide product, it might actually be worth it for some people. And just like Neutrogena, she too has this exact same, AM benzoyl peroxide, PM retinol, except advanced retinol night repair treatment here. This one is $72. And yet, once again, more soothing ingredients. But here's a question for you. Could you buy a simple retinol and then follow that with a soothing product? Could you use those enough project products which are very, very soothing? Could you just put those on over your retinol and not feel too much dryness? Potentially. So this whole time I'm looking at this brand, I'm just feeling, well, I'm just really in the middle with this. I'm just not sure that you need to be turning to Sephora for these products, but at the same time, they do stand out to me. However, everything went out the window, and now I have much more complex feelings about this brand when I clicked on the aloe vera blemish soothing moisturizer, which is $38, and I saw these highlighted ingredients here. Medical grade aloe vera. I do think that it is very important to make sure that your plants have gone to medical school. And obviously, if your plants have gone to medical school, they're going to cost more money. They've got to pay back those student loans. Of course, this is going to be a $38 moisturizer. This is the stuff that I can't stand. This is what I can't stand. I've ranted before about medical grade and how it's not actually any kind of a regulated term. What is this medical grade aloe vera? It's like this brand has some promise to it, but I just don't like this kind of marketing jargon. I'm not a fan of it. You can say you have a soothing moisturizer without pulling out words that don't have any meaning. And to be quite blunt with you, $38 for a moisturizer at Sephora, that's not bad. You don't have to oversell it by saying it's for hormonal acne with plants that have more education than I do. Isn't that just such a complicated situation? You see how I don't know how to feel? Do I want to buy these really not that expensive products, but at the same time is buying that, supporting this notion that brands should be claiming their aloe vera is medical grade? It's kind of the same reason I don't really like buying from Sunday Riley. I really don't want brands to think they have to write fake reviews to be competitive. Just put out good products and the products should speak for themselves. I say that, but I'm actually way too much of an idealist, and I know that's not really the case. I know that's not really the case. I know that hype plays a gigantic factor into whether brands succeed far more than the quality of the product themselves, which interestingly is such a perfect way to segue into this particular product right here. I talked about Alpyn Beauty a while ago. I did get their moisturizer. They were kind enough to send me the Wild Huckleberry 8 Acid Polishing Peel. This is a brand where sustainability is a big part of what they're doing. We've got glass packaging here, we've got recycled packaging here, and the ingredients themselves are all sourced from within the United States, and that's actually a really big part of the brand. They talk about where the ingredients come from within the United States. So using this mask reminds me of the Origins. Origins had a pink mask. I think it was called the retexturizing mask, if any of you remember that. It's like that, but without the overwhelming fragrance that Origins always has in their products. This one actually does not contain any fragrance, although some of these ingredients will contribute to the scent. And it's fascinating to me that this contains bentonite clay because it is not one of those highly drying masks. In that sense, it's actually kind of like the Dermalogica Hydro Mask exfoliant that I reviewed a while ago. It actually is very similar to that. It's a quick 5-minute mask that does not feel drying and contains 8 different acids in it, or different sources of acids, along with so many antioxidant rich ingredients, along with so many soothing ingredients. You know, again, we've got a potent mask here that feels soothing on. That is a very, very difficult balance there. And just to really quickly share with you guys some of what's going on in this product. So we have BHA coming in here from white willow bark. We have azelaic acid, which is a helpful ingredient for any kind of redness. We have some of the more gentler AHAs as well as PHAs in here. We do have lactic and glycolic, although again, you really don't feel a stinging effect while you use this mask. We have malic, we have tartaric, and also when you use this mask, it is a combination effect. You get both chemical and physical exfoliation going on from the seeds that are in this product. It's a very all-in-one product, and it is delightful to use. You know, at the end of the day, the only con that I have with this is that it is a pricier product, but again, there are brands out there doing something very similar to this and marking the price up much more. This brand is super underrated. I have such similar feelings to Alpyn Beauty as I have to Primera. Both of those are so underrated at Sephora. Let's go ahead and talk next about Dr. Barbara Sturm's Ski Cream, which seems to be a new release on the Sephora website. $115 for 1 ounce of this moisturizer. But have you tried it? May I recommend that you listen to the podcast of Dr. Sturm on the Beauty Brains? I think it will be very enlightening. I think it will be very enlightening for you. I will give you a link in the description box below. Take my word for it. You should do this. Listen to that. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. She's saying ski cream. That makes me assume that this is a product that is probably going to protect you from the environment, much like Vaseline might do. So we have shea butter and jojoba oil, balloon vine and blackcurrant to get some antioxidant action in there. Fine, that's all the described ingredients, but let's look at the actual INCI list here. So we have water and, isohexadecane. Yes, a very prized and precious, very rare ingredient that would certainly drive the price up to $115 an ounce. Do you want to do some math? Let's do some math, actually. Let me try to find some bulk isohexadecane. Okay, we can get it from Making Cosmetics. Let's see, what size do we want to get? We could get 4 ounces for $8.30. And don't forget that that is the second ingredient. Water is first. I don't really want to get too caught up on this because the reality is that most of your skincare products are actually very inexpensive to produce. The question is the science that went into it. I just gotta say, I don't really understand the Dr. Sturm brand. You know, she has the $300 hyaluronic acid, and that speaks for itself. I think that most of us probably don't even need that conversation about isohexadecane because you can go, okay, I can buy a $300 hyaluronic acid, or I can buy a $6 one. Seems like your markup might be a little bit intense, Barbara. I'm sure there's people that love this brand. Comment if you're one of those people. Tell me why this brand stands out to you, because to me, I don't see it. I just am not seeing it. I feel like we have to move into talking about some deals, some value sets after talking about that product. So let's go ahead and talk about the Biossance sets. You guys know I love Biossance, and they made some really cute little holiday sets this year. We have the Let It Glow set, which is $25 with a $60 value. This one contains the squalane and vitamin C rose oil in the smaller size, as well as the lactic acid resurfacing serum. If you do want more info on Biossance, I'll link you guys my video. We also have the Illuminate Overnight Kit, $58 with a $100 value. I actually might grab this one. I'm thinking about what I'm going to use my $25 off from Sephora on. If you guys don't know, that's coming I believe December 3rd, we will get either $15, $20, or $25 off your $75 purchase. I'm thinking about grabbing this because this has the full size of the Squalane and Omega Repair Cream, which I'm almost out of my small size, and I love that one. It is so thick. That is one that is for dry skin, but ooh, especially in these winter months, ooh, I'm loving it. And then in this kit, you get the ½ ounce of the squalane and lactic acid, as well as the little tiny squalane and marine algae eye cream. That whole kit is just made for dry skin in my opinion. And then also the Uplifted and Bright set. This one is $72 with a $127 value. So with this kit, this is the size you get of the Squalane and Vitamin C Rose Oil. This particular one was gifted to me from Biossance. But yeah, this is the 1 ounce size. This is a fantastic vitamin C oil. It contains THD ascorbate, which is that much more comfortable to use, much more pH-friendly form of vitamin C. And then you also get the phytoretinol serum, that's the bakuchiol serum, and then the squalane and omega repair cream. I kind of feel like this kit might be the best introduction to Biossance. And again, the Illuminate Overnight for dry skin and the Let It Glow set for people who are just curious about Biossance and dipping your toes in. But yeah, they're really cute this year. I even love the packaging. But you know the brand that always wins for presentation. Oh my goodness, it is always fresh. Didn't I call this brand the prettiest skincare brand? I think I still stand by that. This particular set was gifted to me by Fresh. You guys saw the one that I bought in last month's What's New in Skincare. This one is $65 with a $97 value. I'm really excited about trying this one because I haven't tried the Deep Hydration Facial Toner, but it looks so pretty. They did the added petals in it. You also get a full size of the Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream, a mini of their lip products. I absolutely love their lip products. Those are my favorites. I also love the Soy Face Cleanser, and then the Rose Face Mask. You get a mini of that. I am going to say that's not my absolute favorite product from Fresh. I wonder if I should revisit that opinion with this kit now that I've learned that for my skin, I should wash off my masks. I might have to do that. I'm excited about trying out this kit, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Let's close out this video with a chat about these new celebrity skincare brands. Oh my goodness, people are so polarized in the way they view this concept. There are people who love it, there are people who hate it, there are people who love to hate it, and people who hate to love it. Meanwhile, I feel very neutral. Let's start off by talking about Pharrell Williams' skincare line. I've seen a lot of buzz about this one, and it is called Humanrace. It's an interesting idea. You know, a lot of what he seems to be going for with this is, again, gender neutral skincare, which you would think all skincare is, because it is. Nonetheless, this does actually seem like it's something that maybe it needed to exist. Maybe these, you know, very gender neutral green packaging products needed to come out, because I don't know about you guys, but I have absolutely seen guys say things like, I can't use moisturizer, that's for girls. I will never be able to wrap my head around that. I just simply will not. Also, that it's not the type of guys that are in my life. Most of the guys around me would be like, why would you not use moisturizer if your skin is dry? That's odd. Anyway, a lot of the hype around this is probably stemming from the fact that he's 47, and apparently he doesn't look 47. I hate this whole conversation so much. I actually really hate this notion of what a certain age is supposed to look like. I just kind of feel like, you know, why does it matter? Whatever you look like is what you look like. Who cares? Who cares about these details? It's so strange. I have to keep that opinion of my own in check, because I understand that in terms of society, you are always supposed to tell someone they look 10 years younger than they do, go for 15 if you really want to compliment them. I don't know. It's so strange to me. And again, I'm sitting here telling you all of this as somebody who, my perception on the way I carry myself is probably a little different. I am sitting here in a red wig and a holiday Mario shirt. Isn't it glorious? And as far as the products, a really nice touch to the Humanrace skincare line is that it was developed with a dermatologist, although that's not necessarily that rare, just for the record there. But overall, you know, it looks fine. I do see some extracts in here that not everybody will be able to use, but otherwise they appear to be fragrance-free products. They're also all sold out, so it looks to me like this is going to be a successful skincare line. We also have a new skincare brand from Kristen Bell. For any of you who are as much of a fan of The Good Place as I am, oh my goodness, I was so surprised to see this. I only found out about this through Instagram ads. But I did read the story of the inspiration behind this brand. The brand is called Happy Dance, by the way. Apparently, Kristen Bell fell in love with the Lord Jones products. I found this article from Allure that talks about how apparently she tried the Lord Jones CBD lotion and actually reached out to Lord Jones and wanted to create her own brand kind of under them, I guess. So she came out with 3 products. They're certainly more targeted towards body products, I would say, but you know, I get it. I get it with the CBD. I absolutely get it. Make sure you guys check out my small brands video for a much more affordable CBD product. But yeah, it's a fantastic healing ingredient and especially helpful if you use vegan skincare, because a lot of the other healing ingredients that I would say are my absolute favorites are not vegan. Honey, snail, not vegan. CBD, completely vegan. Now, I will say overall, as a big fan of The Good Place, I'm slightly disappointed that it appears these products are not shrimp flavored. That's a bit of a bummer, but I do see that one of these products is a coconut melt. This is the CBD coconut milk, $25, and it is a fragrance-free product. Ooh, looks like she's coming for Kopari. And let's end this video with a quick conversation about the Dose of Colors skincare line. You know, I had a lot of questions about this, and I think it's really funny to me that I see a lot of people saying, whoa, why are makeup brands coming out with skincare lines? Is it just because skincare is popular? But it's so interesting because this has been going on for ages. And if it had a skincare line, Tarte has a skincare line. I mean, Lancome, Estee Lauder, this is very, very common. They don't have to be, you know, these entirely different ideas, makeup and skincare. You just get different cosmetic chemists to do different formulations. Boom, you got a skincare line within a makeup brand. The thing is, I'm overall not super excited about this brand, line within the brand, because I do like, oh, I love my Friendcation eyeshadow palette. I love that one. You know, it looks like these are kind of a little bit dated in some ways. I can tell that they did their research on, you know, what's popular in the skincare world. They got correct the leave out fragrance, right? But the thing is, they did use essential oils in, it seems like, every product. Which one am I looking at right now? This is the serum. So this one has lemon peel oil, lemon fruit extract, also some dye. I noticed they have dye in the moisturizer as well. And adding dyes, it's not necessary, and it's certainly going to, you know, eliminate the people who are looking for more clean ingredients. So overall, it's just not tremendously inspiring. I was excited about this actually, but upon looking at the ingredients, I think this is a line I'm going to pass on, since I do have a little bit more sensitive skin, and there's just not enough here that is making me really excited about trying it. But all that said, you know, if any of you guys have tried it and you have your own opinions, please feel free to leave them, because I'm sitting here as somebody who hasn't and most likely won't try these products, so you can give us much more information. But that is it. We have come to the end of this month's What's New in Skincare. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.